Hey guys, Keithy here. Thanks for joining me. Sorry for the poor video quality. I'm using the front camera at the moment and I'm doing this sort of live. It's about 11:30 on Sunday night, and at about 8 o'clock tonight the floodgates on the Ross River Dam were open, fully 100% open. This happens at 250% level in the dam, and it's automated. It's an emergency procedure that was embedded into how Sunwater operate the dam. So yeah, there's not a lot that could be done about that, but I wanted to try and dispel some myths around this dam. A lot of confusion around town about levels and why is it at 250 when it full is 100%, things like that. So first thing I want to drop down is that the Ross River Dam in Townsville is a flood mitigation dam. So it wasn't designed as a storage dam, it was designed as a flood mitigation dam. And some of you who've probably lived in Townsville for quite some time would remember before they even had the actual floodgates on the dam. That was, don't quote me on this, I think it was 12 years ago or something like that, maybe a little bit longer, that they actually put those floodgates in there. And that was purely because they couldn't control the release of water when rain like this happens. I'm sitting outside right now and it is raining. It hasn't stopped since about, God knows, 3 o'clock this afternoon. It's been coming down good. So what you need to know about the dam, it's at, last I checked, I think it was 252%. It's probably higher than that now. First thing, the dam area, it's got 750 square kilometres of catchment area. So think about that before you think about anything else. So they've got the gates open fully now at 250%, and you've got all of that area that is still getting rain now. That water's got to flow into the dam and is yet to go down Ross River. So if you think that, yeah, the gates are open, the level's going to come, it might drop a little bit, but there's still rain out there, so it's going to wave around for a little bit, next couple of days at least, until this rain subsides. But yeah, I mean, I just checked some stuff by the storm chasers and whatnot, and yeah, we're due for almost 1.5 meters in the next 7 days by some models, so it could get pretty bad. So yeah, it's not just gonna end now. Another thing to remember too is it's tidal. Ross River is tidal. So at the moment the tide is coming down, and when they open those gates full, that was at the peak of the high tide. So we've been lucky so far. Sort of between 6 o'clock tomorrow morning and probably 10 o'clock is when you're likely to see a lot of the flooding. Okay, now we'll get to percentages and things like that. Okay, so there's two types of things to think about with this dam. There's an operational capacity and there's a storage capacity. So the operational capacity of the Ross Dam is 100%. So the dam is designed to provide water to town and prevent flooding. 100% is full. That is so that we can have lovely clean water. It's not going over the spillway. Thank you, Frog. And then the storage capacity, now the design of the dam means that it can be filled to 369%. At the moment it's 250. We've got 120 odd percent left before we need to really worry about that dam. So for those of you thinking that we're in real trouble right now, well, yes we are, but we're not. It's still at the stage where it's manageable. We've got 120% left in that dam before things need to really be evaluated. After that 369%, that's when it's brimming the wall. But also before that, at the back of the Bowley River up there, that's where it's going to start spilling out. Before it'll come over the wall, it's going to spill out in the Bowley River. So people up in that Alice River, Kelso, that type area, they're the ones that are going to cop it if the dam gets up to those kind of heights. There's been talk about having detonation charges and stuff like that in there as well. Keep that in mind. If it gets to a point where the emergency management team think that it's going to be an issue, they'll blow the wall out right up the back and it'll go to the Bowley River, whatever continues to come into the dam. So there's other things in place before it gets to that 369 magic number. Yeah, There's also been some rumours and fake text messages. I can't believe anyone would have the hide to do that, to send fake emergency text messages saying that the dam wall integrity is compromised, and that's just not the case. If you get any text messages at all with emergency blah blah blah, they're going to come from a number. It'll probably be something like +61 44444, all fours. That's the emergency number that you'll get a text message from. So what we've covered is operational. Anything below 100%, that's operational. That's what the dam is designed to keep the water level at, so that we can have drinking water in the town, and showers and taps and all the other kinds of hotels can have running water, and pools can be filled. Above 100%, you're entering the storage capacity. Otherwise, guys, I think the one thing to remember throughout all of this now is to remain calm. A lot of people are very, very upset now. It's a very, very unfortunate situation we're in at the moment. We've got a lot of suburbs, about a quarter of the town that's underwater at the moment because of this event. A lot of people being rescued and losing their possessions, their cars, their homes. It's a very sad place to be at the moment, unfortunately. And my heart really goes out to these people, because this is just, it's not what you want. You never want your house to be washed away. You don't want your photos on the wall to be ruined, and then, you know, there's other things as well, memories and whatnot that can be washed away with the event that's occurred now. It's really unfortunate to see this happening at the moment. I really, really do hope that all the best for you guys getting smashed by it. As far as where I am, I live in Kerwin, and I've been lucky so far. The water hasn't gone over my gutter, and still hasn't now. I'm at Kelso at the moment. I've gone to bring my car up here and end up staying the night because it's a bit late. So I'm up near the dam. I'm only a stone's throw from the dam right now, and I can hear the water rushing. It sounds like I'm at the bloody Barron Falls right now. You probably can't hear it over these frogs and the rain and whatnot. So remain calm, guys. The high tide tomorrow is 9 o'clock. I'd say from about 6 in the morning is when the water's going to start backing up in the Ross River as that tide starts to come up. Well, it's starting to come up around 5 a.m. So, but I think 6 to 7 a.m. that's when we're going to see some of those low-lying suburbs get really wet. Houses are going to start getting water in them. Even the higher areas like the Kerwin and all that are sort of only just on that flood list that you've probably seen getting around. That's when you've got to think, okay, maybe we're going to see a bit of water there. But the peak of the tide is at about, I think it's 12 past 9 in the morning, and that's when all the action's going to happen. So keep your eyes peeled around then, guys. Stay vigilant, but remain calm. That's the best thing to do. If you have a plan, if you have higher ground that you can go to, friends, relatives around town that maybe live in Mount Louisa or Castle Hill or anything, somewhere that's got higher ground that's not on that flood list, then I do recommend you probably go there, because we ain't seen nothing yet. Yeah, once that river starts to back up, that's when we're going to see a lot of the flooding, the crocodiles, all the wildlife is going to come out of the river as it backs up, and it's going to come up to those sort of medium lying areas. Stay calm, have a plan in place, and make sure you let someone know where you're going to. You heard about that guy in Garoo who went to visit a mate, and no one knew where he was going, unfortunately. SES went out and they found him, thankfully, and he was all good. But yeah, you need to remember, let someone know where you're going, so that there's not a town full of lost people notifications and the police aren't run off their feet trying to find people who may be just at a mate's place. And I hope you've got all your gear up high if you're in those areas that are in the flood area. Just electronics, anything that you can get up high, put it on the bench in your kitchen, or anything as high as in the cupboards, up high in your cupboards. If you've got really tall cupboards, do the best you can do to prepare now and hope for the best, because that's all we can do. It's a really unfortunate situation, and if your house ends up going under, I hope that it's not, the damage isn't too bad, and that everyone's safe, and that's the main thing, for everyone to be safe. Don't panic, and if you don't need to be out on the streets, don't do it. If you've got to do it conducting business or whatever, then yeah, obviously, but try and stay safe. Don't drive through floodwaters, and remain vigilant, guys. Keep your eye on that dam level. personally, my opinion, and I'm not an engineer or anything like that, but once it gets over 300%, that's when we really got to worry. That's when you need to be going north or west or anywhere out of town. But for now, we're still at a point where it's manageable. We need to watch because the gates are open fully. There's nothing more that we can do, and we wouldn't want to anyway, because the flow rate of water coming out of that dam would just be insane. It would wipe most of the town out if that dam got much higher than what it is now. So stay calm, guys, keep your head on, and community spirit is what Townsville's all about. Let your friends know that you're safe and ask them how they're going. And if you're from down south or anywhere else watching this, there's more than just down south. Yeah, check in on your mates, check in on your family, because this is, they're saying it's a 1 in 100-year event. That's because there's 1% chance of this ever happening. So 1% is 1 in 100, isn't it? But really, this kind of event, it's a lot bigger than that. I mean, it's exceeded all flood records within Townsville, and there's still plenty more to go. We've had more than a metre of rain in a matter of about a week, so plenty more to come, guys. Keep your head about you, stay safe. Stay off the roads if you can. Put all your gear up high that's really sensitive that you don't want to lose. Check in, and remember the emergency numbers as well. I don't have them offhand now. But yeah, look them up. Keep them in your phone. Write them in your notes on your iPhone or whatever you've got. And have a good time, guys. There's nothing else we can do. We just have to ride the wave now. We're all passengers. Until next time, guys, take care. Thanks. Bye.